Have you ever dreamt of a life where desires take shape, effortlessly transforming from mere thoughts into reality? It may sound like something out of a fairy tale, but what if I told you there's a hidden power within you, a power to shape your destiny? But it's not the law of attraction. This video is about something much more powerful than that, and if you're not doing it, you're wasting your time with the law of attraction. The idea that like attracts like, that whatever you vibrate out energetically, through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you draw corresponding situations and experiences into your life. Now, if you ever practiced visualization or tried to raise your vibes and found the results, well, underwhelming, you're not alone. Let's face it, simply being in a good mood might not magically manifest your dream career or soulmate. What we're uncovering today provides the missing piece. Think of it as the structure that will make the law of attraction work for you, every time, all the time. Buddha taught, all that we are is a result of what we have thought. Truly, our thoughts hold incredible power for shaping our experiences and even our current reality. But there's another important, often overlooked aspect to manifestation, which actually brings what we desire into the physical world. You see, we are spiritual and physical beings. The law of attraction deals with the spiritual aspect of manifestation. But what about the physical part? This is where the law of intention comes into play. Popularized by John C. Maxwell, the law of intention states that what you consciously focus your energy on is the force that shapes your life path. Essentially, the way you direct your thoughts, your choices, and your actions acts as an architect's blueprint for your reality. So let's enter the world of true manifestation, where the laws of intention and attraction intertwine to allow you to create the life you've always imagined. Think of the law of attraction as a powerful, universal energy. Imagine it like a strong current in a river. This energy is always there, working in the background to attract experiences in line with your dominant vibration. Your intentional focus acts like the rudder that steers you towards specific areas within that current. Without focus, you might get pulled every which way, attracting a mixture of wanted and unwanted situations based on whatever thoughts and moods happen to be most dominant. When you consciously craft a clear intention and align your actions with it, you create a directional force within the flow of attraction, leading you toward your specific desires. Intentions are so critical because they drive our behaviors and decisions. We act in alignment with our intentions, whether conscious or unconscious. That's why it's vital to become aware of your intentions and align them with your bigger vision and purpose. As Maxwell explains, what separates people who live intentional lives from those who don't is the capacity to closely examine their lives and make needed changes. It's the difference between being on a giant water slide with no control where you end up versus intentionally aiming yourself toward a specific pool or section of a water park. Here's another analogy. If you have a radio broadcasting on all frequencies, you probably pick up lots of random tunes and fragments of unrelated channels. But if you dial into a specific channel, suddenly you get what you want. Intention does exactly that for manifestation. So, do you want to master the law of intention? There are 3 main stages. First, get undeniably clear on what you desire to achieve, contribute, and most importantly, how you want to experience life. Connect with your core values, natural aptitudes, and the overarching feeling of purpose that gets you fired up. Dig beneath simple desires to unravel the feeling behind them. Do you want a new job or a new car? Why? Maybe what you're truly craving is a greater sense of purpose, adventure, or financial ease. When you connect your intention to those deeper needs and emotions, you give it genuine power. Consider those questions that lead to big visions. Spiritual teacher Deepak Chopra offers this sage advice. Set your sights high, expect the most wonderful things to happen, and have faith. Consider those questions that lead to big visions. Be specific when setting goals, but build in some flexibility. The path doesn't always unfold exactly as planned. Next, examine your current trajectory. Take an honest look at the path you're currently on based on your daily habits, relationships, and actions. Are they moving you closer to your intentional goals, or are they at odds with where you really want to be? How aligned is your present course with your stated intentions? Identify any gaps or misalignment. Ask yourself questions like, am I dedicating consistent blocks of time to improving my skills and actively seeking new opportunities to manifest a new job? Or am I getting distracted by social media, feeling overwhelmed and procrastinating on work? Become aware of unconscious intentions that may be sabotaging you. Discover areas where complacency has set in. Are procrastination and disorganization preventing consistent outreach and the focus needed to grow your business? Identifying these misalignments isn't about self-judgment, it's about gaining empowering information. Understanding these gaps offers a starting point to bridge the differences between your current path and your desired path. Now, rather than being pulled in conflicting directions by a vague yearning for a better lifestyle, you've pinpointed specific areas to target both practically and mentally. This is where intentional living kicks in. Sometimes we hold on to unconscious fears or outdated beliefs that, no matter how good our intentions might be, sabotage our best efforts. Do you have a nagging inner critic that raises doubts about your success in a competitive field? Are you constantly spending your money on wasteful items, or is fear stopping you from pursuing potential clients? It's critical to focus your intention by addressing these feelings and emotions honestly. Remember the law of attraction where like attracts like. These doubts will take you further from your desired goal, giving you more of what you don't want. This self-awareness alone can be transformative. Eckhart Tolle reminds us, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Don't dwell on past failures or future uncertainties. You start changing your life the moment you take responsibility for where you are right now. It's time to take those intentions off the shelf and give them life. This is where actions, consistent with your stated purpose, start fueling the manifestation process. Maybe it means actively job hunting, attending relevant events, or even taking courses. Whatever is the natural next step on your chosen path. The idea isn't to hustle from a place of fear or lack, but rather move with enthusiasm and a willingness to receive all the support the universe might send. As Buddha said, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Only when thoughts, emotions, and actions align do you harness the true power of the law of attraction. Finally, close the gap. This is where you take steps to close the gap between your intentions and reality. It may require adjusting your schedule, activities, relationships, habits, or maybe even your social circle. It also means saying no to distractions and temptations that derail you. Recognize what you may have to give up to achieve your goals. Maybe you don't have enough time to take a course to further your education or learn a new skill. Now consider how much time you spend watching Netflix, scrolling through social media, or hanging out with the guys. Are these actions getting you closer to your dream life, or are they just keeping you from focusing on what you don't have? Again, reflect back on the law of attraction. What are these actions attracting more of? And here's something to watch out for. Don't fall into the trap of trying to change every aspect of your life overnight. Break your big ambitions into smaller, manageable milestones. Celebrate victories along the way. This creates positive reinforcement and keeps you motivated. Another useful trick is to place affirmations or written reminders wherever you'll see them daily. Keep those key intentions top of mind. Intentions also evolve. Stay flexible and allow them to shape-shift and grow right along with you. It's also useful to cultivate supportive mindsets that keep you aligned and moving in the right direction. Communicate your intentions to others. Verbalizing your intentions creates accountability. Share them with someone who can support you and honestly hold you to your word. A mentor or coach will work best as your friends and family will easily let you slide. Sometimes their negative perspective will unintentionally sabotage your progress. Eliminate your tolerance for things that conflict with your intentions. Examine what you're putting up with that undermines your direction. Maybe a disorganized home is keeping you from living efficiently, or a friend calls you incessantly to gossip. Deal with these. Embrace responsibility, ditch the self-pity, and accept complete ownership of your journey. Tap into that fire of passion and commitment. Growth often lives outside your comfort zone, so push past doubt and be brave with your choices. Gratitude should be your secret weapon. It acts as fuel to attract greater blessings and propel you forward. Finally, embrace continuous learning. Never settle for stagnation, and view each day as an opportunity to level up. Living intentionally requires ongoing effort. Maxwell recommends regularly revisiting your intentions and assessing if your current trajectory matches. Be prepared to course correct when needed. It's about consistently taking steps to translate intentions into reality. Living with clear intent aligns your daily actions with your bigger goals and dreams. Everything you do becomes more purposeful. There is less distraction and wasted effort. With focused intention, you can turbocharge the law of attraction to achieve incredible goals over your lifetime. But it requires self-awareness and discipline to continuously examine the trajectory you're on. I hope this deep dive provides a thorough overview of the life-changing power of living intentionally based on John Maxwell's wisdom. If you'd like further clarification on using the law of attraction, please watch this video next. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to expand on any part of this framework. I'm considering doing some videos on specific tactics and habits to support focused intentions. Thank you for being a part of this family.